Hey Shiababes, good morning, good afternoon. So today we're going to be discussing sickle cell topic of today is ports. So I got this one from my friend. She was asking me a lot about ports because she don't have one, and a lot of sickle cell warriors they ask me about ports because I have them. I have had multiple ports. Um, these are my third ports that I didn't have. I done had a regular port, which just basically is used for blood transfusion, getting blood through. They could use it at the hospital when I will be get admitted or something like that. It's easy access because I have really small veins, or they can't catch my vein at all. The second port that I had was another regular port. So the first one that I had was, I'm gonna take this off. So the first port that I had was in the middle of my chest. I had that one since I was 2 to 13. I got it taken out when I was 13 because I didn't have no chest then. I didn't have no boobs, no nothing to cover my port up. So it was just like this thing sticking out, and people would always ask me, what's that in the middle of your chest? And I felt weird. I felt violated. So I asked my doctor at 13 to get it taken out. The worst decision I made, because that's when my veins started really going bad and not being good veins. And plus, I'm small. I'm tiny. I only weigh a buck of 15, baby. So they would like literally be like, you don't have no veins. They would have to do the ultrasound to see my veins and stuff, and it blew my veins out a lot. It blew my veins out a lot. So I asked for my port back, and I went 2 years without a port because of what people were saying about me or how I felt with the port. So I definitely went 2 years without my port. So at 15 I got another port, and they put it here. They said that they were supposed to put it here to begin with because only boy ports supposed to go in the middle of their chest. Girls ports supposed to go up here on the collarbone. But for some reason, when I was little, they put mine in the middle of my chest. But at 15, I had another regular port up here, and I got definitely had that port until it was a regular port. It was used for the same thing, basically to get my blood transfusions like I'm getting now, to get lab work drawn through it, or when I'm admitted into the hospital because I don't have good veins. So and then after the other regular port, I got introduced to power ports, and my doctor was telling me about power ports. So power port is used, so when you can use power ports for when you get a CAT scan, MRI, or it's easy for them to put the medication. Like when you get a CAT scan, they put this stuff in your IV to make you hot. It basically make your insides glow. I don't know the name of it, but it basically make your insides glow so they can see everything. And it kind of make you kind of like you gotta pee. If you know the medication, just tell me. I don't know the name, but I just know how it make you feel. So, and you get those also, you get that same medication with an MRI. So with a power port, it's easy for you to use the power port because if you need a CAT scan or something, they won't have to give you an IV. They can use your port. They can put that medication, shoot that medication through the port. I think ports are important to have when you are dealing with a chronic illness or dealing with like anything. I think they're really good to have. because you don't want your veins to go bad. You don't want the IV to keep blowing, and you have to get a catheter or a groin catheter or any type of catheter. You could just easy access to the port. So I had a power port, got the power port, took it out. I had a power port this last year, November. Had that port in for 5 months. And my doctor was like, he wanted to give me back to my exchange infusions, which I'm at now. So an exchange infusion is when they take all the bad blood out of me, all the sickle cell blood out of me, put good blood in, and it's like twirling it. You got a machine, and it's spinning the good blood and the bad blood at the same time. And the good blood is coming back into you, and the bad blood is, going into a bag or being disposed. So I had to get 2 new ports that will go good for the blood transfer, for the exchange infusions. I like the exchange infusions because it keeps me out the hospital a lot. I get them every 3 weeks. I get them every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks. It depends on how my schedule works. I definitely get them a lot, and it helps me stay out the hospital. It do help me better. It helps me feel better. It takes like two days to recover from it, because I be tired. I be sleepy after. I be like everywhere after it. So I really don't like the after feeling. But after 2 days of me sitting in the house resting, or I try not to go nowhere after my blood exchange, but sometimes it don't work out that like that. Sometimes I do have to go places. Mind y'all, I have a 6-year-old, so I do have to attend to him, attend to his everyday needs and everything that he needs to go through his day. So sometimes it don't work out for me to get my rest like I'm supposed to. But I usually like to take 2 days to recover after my blood transfusion, because it is a lot to recover from, especially when I was getting a groin catheter. Baby, them taking that catheter out every 4 weeks and putting another catheter in on each side and putting the blood in, like I got scars because of the groin catheter. I don't like catheters at all. I don't like catheters going nowhere. Exactly. But these 2 ports are different. These 2 ports are just made for the blood exchange. That's why people at the hospital that I go to cannot access these ports. I just got, because I asked my nurse that today. I said, why when I go to the hospital they don't know how to access these ports, like, to give me medication through, or to draw blood and stuff. She was like, because they only made for us. She was like, they not made for everybody to plan with, because that's how then your exchange infusions will go bad. She was like, don't nobody really know how to play with these ports but us. So when you get a port, if you are considering getting a port, I always tell people, don't let everybody access your port. Don't let every hospital access your port. I don't let no hospitals access my port besides the hospital that know how to access my port. And even when I had the regular one and the power port one, I wouldn't allow everybody to access it, because you have to be mindful, because the port is connected to your heart. It is going through your heartstrings. So you don't want to be having everybody mess with your port, and then they stick you the wrong way in your port, and I didn't, bad things can happen. Your port won't work. You could die if they stick you the wrong way, or they draw the blood back the wrong way, or whatever. You have to be very much careful when you get ports, because ports are not to be played with there, and that's what she was just explaining to me about my 2 ports, because I was really asking her questions like, why can't nobody access these ports? Like, can't nobody access these ports when I go to the hospital? And the hospital that I go to, that's not, they the same hospital just in different cities. I'm like, that city don't know how to access. She said because they're not made to. She was like, only us is made to access your port. And I was like, okay. She was like, don't let nobody play with your port and play with your ports. I got 2 of them. So I was like, dang, like, that made a lot of sense when she was breaking it down to me. She was like, your blood exchange are very different than regular. So I was like, do I get a regular port put in then so they can be able to access? She was like, nope. She was like, just you, she was like, you're going to have to let them use the catheter on you, or, use the ultrasound to get you, are you okay? Use the ultrasound to get you an IV. She was like, but I wouldn't suggest nobody playing with your ports because then your blood exchange won't work. So that was knowledgeable for me because, baby, I'm very particular about my ports, and I don't like going through surgery. Like these, to get these, you have to go through surgery. And I don't care if the surgery is minor. I don't care if the surgery is, if they say like, oh, it's minor or it's not, or it's a big surgery. You can die in minor surgery. It's like complications happen in anything. So I refuse to get another port after these 2. Like, I keep telling my doctor, and he be like, I'm not gonna put you through that no more, because I had just got a power port. I had that mug only in for 5 months, and then had to go get these 2 ports. I was mad. I was livid. I was calling my mama crying because another surgery? No. Like, I don't like surgery. I don't like being underneath anesthesia. I don't like that stuff because it's complications. Things can happen. Like, I just go about that like things can happen through that stuff. So if you is a sickle cell warrior and you are considering getting a port, yes, I think ports are lovely to have. I think they are good to have, because if you consider a regular port or a power port, because those are only 2 ports that you can get besides these 2, but these are only for exchange infusions. Get them. They're good to have because veins are your veins can mess up or whatever. So I think they're very good to have. They're very much easy access to the nurses, to the doctors, and then I think they're very unique too. So I'm saying go for it, but I'm saying be you okay? Caught it. I'm saying be mindful about letting everybody play with your port. Don't let every hospital access it. My mom be on the phone with me and she be mad, and that's why I'm using this as an example, because literally maybe a month ago I was in the hospital and they called the code on me because I was septic. I was very much septic, and they called the code, and the nurse was like, oh, she got a port, I'm gonna access your port. I said, no, you're not touching my port. And my mom was like, that's not how you supposed to talk to them people. You're supposed to talk to them nice. You being mean. You can't just tell these nurses that they don't know how to access. I said, they don't. I said, none of these nurses know how to access my port here. I said, I've been coming here. And she was like, it's still a way how you talk to them. It's not you saying it rude. Don't be a difficult patient. My mama was on my butt, but she didn't understand. You don't have to go through another surgery. I do. And if they mess up my port, you don't have to hear your doctor scream at you for something that you knew that you wasn't. No, I do. I don't. I have to go through the hell and the process of wondering why my port not working. Okay, I'm back. So I kind of had to pause the video. I had to pause the video because when the nurse that gave me that Benadryl, baby, it had me out of there, and I was definitely feeling a bad reaction to it. I was feeling a reaction towards blood, so that's why I do the Benadryl with the with giving me my blood transfusions. But yeah, so I had paused it. I had to, get myself together. But like my mama don't be understanding well, I wouldn't say she don't understand. Let me not use that word. It's just people don't, like, I take my ports very serious. So when my mama is like educating me, because she had worked in the medical field for a long time, so when she is educating me on certain things, when it comes to like how I should talk to people and stuff, I'm trying to tell her like I'm not talking rude. It's just how I talk, and I'm not about to let nobody mess my port in no type of way where I have to get another one. Because when I meant by me saying like, oh, you ain't got to hear your doctor yell at you or nothing, it's not that my doctor will be yelling at me or like telling me that I'm wrong or, like this or that, but he'll be scheduling me like for another port, and I don't want surgeries no more. So that's why I'm very mindful, especially with these two ports. I'm very mindful on what nurses, what doctors can use them and stuff. That's why I was asking the questions that I was today at the hospital, at my hospital, because I wanted to know like why can't y'all the same hospital, just in different cities? Why can't one access it and the other one can? And she was explaining to me like, first of all, the hospital that I go to that's close to my house not trained for my port, and they don't have the skill to do it. And she was just letting me know, like, the nurse was definitely letting me know, like, if I were you, I wouldn't let nobody access your ports besides us. And I was like, okay. She was like, the ER can probably access it. She was like, if you come here, and I told her, like, I really don't like this hospital, coming to this hospital when I'm in a crisis, because they make me wait too long. And we started laughing about it, because she was like, girl, I know the feeling. I don't, But ports are very, 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 very good for sickle cell people. If anybody asks me about ports, I definitely tell them I think every sickle cell person should have them. I think it is a very wise thing if you is looking to get a port. I think it's very wise that you do it. Like you do schedule the surgery, talk to your doctor about it, and see if it's right for you. Because we already don't have veins. And if you like me, people be trying to go on my neck. Like some of the nurses and them, they be talking about going in my neck or going where it's big veins at, like in my feet and stuff. No. Those are sensitive areas. You're not poking me there. I might be a G when it comes to me getting poked with my ports and getting poked without lidocaine and stuff, because definitely the nurses definitely be telling me like, you're our only sickle cell patient that don't use lidocaine. Like, you a G, you take that stuff, like you take take it real smooth. You don't ask for no lidocaine, and I don't ask for that stuff. I literally just, okay, get it over with. But just because I'm a G at that stuff don't mean that I'm about to be a G if you trying to put a needle in my neck. No. Or in my foot. No. And that's why I do get my ports, because say if you was in an emergency, something happened to you and you're in critical condition, and they can't find the vein. They can't find the vein with the ultrasound. They can't find the vein with this. Is it taking too long for the catheter people to come or something? Now you in critical condition and they don't know how to, like, they can't find it. They trying to figure out, well, how do we do this? They walking around with their heads cut off. If you got a port, it's easy access for you to, use it. Is convenient. Oh, she got a port, we can hurry up and grab a port kit and, sticker, use her port. I don't allow nobody to stick me. You only get 3 chances with me. And I barely let people get 3 chances. After the second time, if you fishing too much or whatever and you can't find it, you gotta go. I'm sorry. I don't play around with needles. I am a phlebotomist. I still use my phlebotomy license. I'm not. I know how to draw blood. You're not. If you're doing it the wrong way, I'm straight gonna tell you that's not how you're supposed to do it. You going in the wrong way. You going in at the wrong angle. And that's not me being mean or nothing when I tell them that. People be saying like, oh, she talk mean or she talk rough. No, it's just certain things I know, and I know if you're doing it wrong, I'm gonna help you do it right. I'm not trying to. I don't think I know more, but when it comes to the sickle cell stuff, yes, I know a whole lot of it. I know exactly how you're supposed to go on an angle to get a sickle cell person vein, because our veins are, everybody's veins is different, but what us men's sicklers or whatever, our veins is prone to, our veins is more tinier. They're prone to jump. They prone to move around because the blood that we carry, it is not creating enough oxygen to even let our veins hype up the way they're supposed to. Baby, I know about it too well. So it's just something that I just be like, you're not about to make me have to go and get another surgery or anything. But yes, I do advise every sickle cell person, if you don't have a port, talk to your doctor about it. See if it's something that you want to do. Consider it. Ports are very good to have. They're very good to have. You don't have to get poked 55 times if that person can't find a vein. You can literally easy access to my port, and the regular ports work just fine. But like I stated earlier, the best port right now that everybody is getting, that I know a lot of sickle cell warriors have, is the power ports, because you can use contrast with it. I found out the word, y'all. It's contrast. You can use contrast with that port, and that's like I stated earlier. It's like when a doctor schedule a CT scan or an MRI, and they gotta put that contrast in your body to make your body light up so they can see everything on the scan. So it's best to use. It's best to get a power port. Ask your doctor about a power port. Don't just go in there asking for a regular port. Ask for a power port, because most of the time with us being sickle cell, if we go in there and say our chest hurt, or something is hurting on us in our chest area or our hips or something, the first thing the doctor is doing is ordering an MRI with contrast, ordering a X-ray and stuff like that. So, and then if you don't have the port that you can't use contrast, now they gotta try to find somebody to get your vein to stick you to give you the contrast. So get the power port, because the power port is very easy. It's easy, and I like how they are shaped. I wish I got it somewhere around here. I got my old port. I kept my old port. They let me keep it when they took it out, so I could show you how it looked. But it's like a little circle with a tail at the end, and that tail is connected to your heart. It's connected to your bloodstreams, to your heart, and that's how they get the blood. Like, that's how they get good blood, strong blood from you. Like, sometimes when you get IVs or whatever, your blood is not coming back so fast, or it's not coming back properly. That's because your vein, the vein that they use, it might be too small. It might be jumping to where they gotta fish and try to get in there. I don't like all that. So in my opinion, ports are very, very much useful for sickle cell warriors, and I advise everybody to get one. I do. Every time my friends ask me about a port, baby, yes, get one. Get one. Cause like I just stated, they're just very helpful. Like, they're just very helpful to me. I do like it. I do like having my ports. Even though now the ports that I have, even though now the ports that I have, not a lot of hospitals my hospital can't access it because they don't know how, but it's still good for me to have. It's still good for me to have because somebody, the nurses might not know how to, access it, but if anything ever happened to me and I'm in critical condition, best believe a doctor in that hospital do know how to access it. It's just doctors is not about to come do a nurse's job. They not. They not. So, but I bet you not, if I was in critical condition, they'll find somebody. They'll find a doctor that know how to access my port, and baby, that mug will be ongoing. So I do think ports are very much I recommend them. So yes, go get them. This video is going too long for me, but I just wanted to say, like, before I'm about to sign off, because I have to go get my son off the bus, but y'all have a blessed day, and just go about y'all day really good. And if y'all want me to talk about more topics, just let me know. Like I said, I love it when people inbox me and tell me, like, your video helped me so much. It inspired me. It did this. I love the way you talk about this and that. And they give me other topics to talk about. Thank y'all. I really do thank y'all for that, because I'm still learning how to be vulnerable in front of a camera. I'm still learning how to talk to y'all in front of a camera, because it's, like I said, it's still new. But I want to educate. I want to educate y'all. I want to inform y'all. The questions that y'all are scared to ask y'all doctors, ask me. Because 9 out of 10, I know the answer. 9 out of 10, I can help you try to get it, try to do it. Or, 9 out of 10, I didn't been through it. Like, I didn't probably been through it. So it really do. It lights up my spirit. It lights up my heart when I get those inboxes or those and be like, girl, on your next video, talk about this, because this is what I'm struggling with and I don't really know how to deal with it. Thank y'all for that. So, love y'all. Bye. We'll talk to y'all soon.